Parash, you are an awakened being. You have managed to rise your kundalini, and you have all this knowledge which we can only imagine. How can a normal person try to awaken his kundalini? Because there are a lot of horror stories, there are a lot of legends. I
Hmm.
haven't met many people with an awakened kundalini. So, could you just
Yeah.
guide us about this?
Yeah, the whole point actually is not to try and awaken Kundalini or anything like that. The whole point is to actually just follow basic practices, which I call meditation, which come under meditation now. I call it try check. It's on my website, it's on my videos. People can see that,
Try
and
check. Okay.
yeah, try check, which is like, the centering in posture,
Mm-hmm.
speech, and
Mm-hmm.
face.
Mm-hmm.
And then connection with nature,
Mm-hmm.
grounding, connection with earth,
Mm-hmm.
having a gratitude
Yes.
element to earth, to the elements, most important. And you just practice that. You know, once you do, that's called doing the right thing as a human being.
Check.
What I call doing the right thing. Once you're doing the right thing as a human being, whatever result happens after that, that's good. If Kundalini happens, good. If something else happens, whatever happens will be for the good and evolution of yours. That depends on what are your practices. Like Kundalini will depend on a lot of practices from past lives and how much you're done. And so there are a lot of factors for that. But I'm just saying that as long as a person does that, whatever they have to do on this earth, and whatever is their role and their own evolution and their own dharma and karma, they can do properly. So which I call basics, human basics. The try check, the grounding, the gratitude to the elements. This is a basic for any human being. You know, which is born on earth. So people should try and do the right thing, the correct thing, the human thing, and not have this kind of goal that I have to raise. Problems happen when people are trying to force these
Force.
kind of issues without actually having a foundation. And the foundation actually is this connection with nature, this gratitude, and this centering. So I think in ancient gurukuls, where rishis and everyone taught, like these things were taught first, like from grade 1, 5, 6, you were sitting on the ground, you were having gratitude, you were centering, you were doing repetitions from the center of your mouth, which are called now mantras, and whatever, repeating your pure principles of the universe. So these are basics which human beings can do and create a foundation. Like, so then only rest, So by the time you're 18, 19, you should be ready for your dharma and karma in this world. So that's what the point was. Now it's not possible right now because education is not that.
Oh,
So
fair.
then whenever you start, that becomes your starting point, and then from there on you take it forward. So that's like I started at 18, 17, 18 in my university, the same thing. So like whenever you start,
Right.
it is the start now. That is the, you know,
And how was the experience like? Did you just wake up something and you felt something moving and what?
no. That is obviously that's a physical sensation. All of that
Mm-hmm.
when it happens, it's
Mm-hmm.
everybody can know it. Like it's a very physically
Okay.
um, um, mutable thing. Like you can perceive it. It's not something just which is in the sukshma sharir, which you cannot
Right.
feel in the stool body, which the stool sharir. So like it is very clear. But obviously, it's best to be fit as well for that. Physically
Right.
fit. To handle that kind of thing, which I had because I was interested in sports.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so I played a lot of sports until that time. So there was a fitness element,
Yeah.
to this, and which used to be the case in before as well. When I think in gurukuls and stuff, people were kept physically fit
Physically.
by
Yes.
various activities, and so that is an important point which people miss.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
About this, that is also necessary for it, endure, because it takes endurance and stamina and things like that to handle that kind of thing. And
Fair.
again, I think the base which is connected to earth is very important. The base, you know you don't do electrical things without having the ground,
Right. You'll
that
get
thing.
a shock. Right.
Yeah, and because the excess charge and all of that, like it's a technical issue, the whole thing, you know. So so those parts are the most important first, which have gone out of the window in most of the people, so-called yogas and
Oh,
everything. That is, you know, they're not very earth and element centric anymore, and nothing is. So without that, nothing is possible for a human being, really. There's no foundation actually. So that is
right.
the whole point, which is there in my that things, people in Lotus Ocean can go to the meditations and go to my talks online, and I do tell about these things out there. So
So,
I made them public for a long time so that people can, you know, utilize
so
this.
Lotus Ocean is Parash's website. Please go check it out. Awesome, awesome content. That's so
Yeah,
that
but meditation, anyone can do. Like anyone can start with the basic steps. The basics are same for everyone, and they're simple, and people should be able to do that. So